What up, everyone? So I'm hoping my mic's working.
It is.
Oh, good. So hilariously, normally give you guys a little bit of backstory. Normally we hang out for a little bit before we get started, and Joe and I usually catch up and tell stories. And we was even talking today. He goes, "Hey, make sure to get on here early because you even have time afterwards to talk and catch up." And I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." So I've been on here for quite some time. I had everything set up early. And I didn't know where he was. And then I realized I never sent him the link to the actual live chat until like about 3 seconds ago.
All true stories. And
So,
Welsh have been dwindling the time that he's ready for this show little by little. So it started out where we were like 45 minutes early, right?
I've
And
been here
now
for a
on
minute. I've been here for a
what are we
while.
on episode 62?
60,
So
yeah,
you've cut it about 40 seconds every episode to now I clicked the button and we're live.
10 seconds in. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
we got 10 seconds, so we start.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know where did Jason say he's coming or not?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know
thought
either.
there was one day that you weren't going to be able to make it, but I don't know if that was this day or next
I thought it was last week.
or
Anyway,
it
maybe
was
he'll be
last
back.
week.
Yeah, it was last week. So I will send a message. So yeah, hilariously. So welcome everyone. I think I actually fixed all my mic and camera and all my things. I actually spent time to fix things, so things wouldn't be a disaster. But then they turned into a minor disaster when I forgot to send Joe the link. But welcome to Thin Line Defense. This is our live chat. This is your opportunity to ask us questions about gear-related questions, firearms-related questions. We even joked. Joe and Jason and I were laughing, like how funny would it be to even do like what is it, like a car repair, almost the same thing, but like, hey, I have this malfunction on my firearm. How can I fix it? You know, be able to call in and be like, hey, here's what problem I'm having. Because you'd be surprised how many times we do have different weird stuff. And like, hey, this gun won't feed, or it won't, you know, it's doing this weird thing, has this weird ejection pattern. And it's pretty interesting how quickly that Joe and Jason can usually diagnose what it is. And it's like, hey, pull this piece out. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that was jacked up. So if you're having malfunctions, like weapon malfunctions, just let us know. We can help you with those too.
Yeah, and if not, there are plenty of highly intelligent, highly capable people in the comments that probably can help you. So, yeah, we're like the morning radio talk show, just not funny and not as entertaining. Just
and we do probably have one. We have one of the best Discords ever. Like there's so many people that go in there and just have so many things like they're talking about. I'll be honest. I've been super busy this week. I'm so far behind, even on the videos I'm supposed to be doing, that I haven't even gotten on Discord. So everyone who's on there, some people are even tagging me right now or earlier that I missed. What is Laser Bright? Anyway, like what are? Oh, I think I've seen this thing. So it just shows you guys I haven't even seen all this stuff. But yeah, Shadow Man was talking to me. So if you're not on our Discord, I'll go ahead and put up a link to the Discord. It's a great place to go to. But also, this is a great time for you to bust out your plate carrier, bust out whatever gear you got, give you an excuse to put it on. Maybe you're training while you're watching and listening to us, maybe doing some dry firing. Whatever it is, this is a good time to do it because you have a good excuse for whatever you're doing. And I'm gonna work some comments backwards. Caleb says, Walsh, what PC you got on today? So this is Joe's gonna laugh at me. I was running a little bit behind, so I grabbed the K19 because I normally work out with it. So it was just happened to be sitting there and it was ready.
I bet that smells fantastic.
Yeah. So this is my workout rig. So I do my like push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and all that stuff in this actual plate carrier. So this is my actual setup that I use. I mean, fully loaded with mag. I mean, mags have rounds in them. I try to weigh it down as much as possible. I have some of my heaviest plates on it just so I can get the most weight. But that's why it's not usually the most the smartest setup, but it has the most weight on it. And Jacob said, Walsh, did you see the message I sent on Patreon about the core pad for the True North adapter? I saw it. I didn't get to like dig into it. I heard there's the adapter for it. I'll be honest, some of the core pads I've never used. I'm always just worried that they're not going to breathe. Joe, have you ever used them?
No.
I've never used them either, but I've heard good things. I just know they're not cheap at all either. So I don't know if I want to pay like $60 for a pad. When I'll be honest with you, that one I'm using from Nine Toes is really, really good. Like, Joe, am I all delayed and choppy?
No.
Okay, maybe it's just my screen. Good. Okay.
Maybe I am. I think I'm still on the interwebs. And let me know if mine starts messing up, and I'll go to the cellular network.
Okay. Croak says, "Howdy, y'all. I'm not one of those highly intelligent people. We love you too. Don't worry."
Yeah, you are.
Listen,
don't lie.
We started this channel by basically saying, like, by being idiots. I think that's the best part. Like, even in this green screen, I have like it's my own finger in the photo. Like,
see,
you know what I mean?
Walsh calls it being idiots. I call it being myself. So,
yeah, I mean, either one.
Tomato.
Because I mean, we show us learning. Like, we're learning this stuff just like the rest of you. So, I mean, we don't try to be like, oh, I'm master expert on all these things. Like, no, we're not.
Dude, if 1/10 of the people on YouTube were as smart as they claim they are, we'd have a lot of problems solved in this world. Like, cancer, yeah. All you have to do is take the one pill and you'll never have cancer again. Like, that's awesome. The type of intelligence we're dealing with out there.
Bourbon operator says he wants cheese enchiladas. I'd probably
yes,
somebody
please.
Up above.
Yes, please.
Mike said wizard dance magic, wizard +1 level, wizard dem knees, wizard truth boogs, wizard tech girth. We need Jason in here. He reads them better than me.
It's been one of them weeks. It's been one of them days. I needed that one. I don't know who that was. I missed the name. But
it was Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Or Harry, either one. Other Mike, welcome, sir. Love all your support as always. Jonathan Miller says competition got canceled this weekend, so I'm going to go to the flat range. Okay. A bunch of you guys been doing some competitions lately. So if you have videos or footage, or you ever want to come on and like share what you did in your competition or what you learned, like totally open invite.
Just hit us up. Like how you got into it. That's a lot of people don't know how to get the foot in the door, or don't think that they're capable of going. You probably are. If you watch a show like this and you go to the range quite often, you could probably place in some local competitions.
Like I've always wanted to do a PRS competition. I just worry I wouldn't know what I'm doing. Like the basic rules. Like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I can shoot. Like I just
you
don't
just
know
hear a beep and you're just still standing there like
like beep, like
oh wait, does that mean go? Dang it.
Like, oh, okay. Like this.
I think I lost.
Like, oh, you disqualified. You did like I don't know what the rules are, guys. I'm just gonna watch.
Sorry. I reholstered my gun.
Ironsight says, hey, I'm doing these backwards if you guys are wondering. I'll go back down the other ones. Caleb, what's up, Caleb? Saying hello. Jacob, yo. Mozdrak, giddy up. Now it's going to get confusing because there's like conversation. I'm going backwards. Quarantine Catholic says, I have homemade enchiladas about to come out of the oven for the show, which is hilarious. What it says, yum, enchiladas. Maybe we shouldn't.
I love enchiladas.
Yeah.
The only thing better than enchiladas are tamales.
And then there's a bunch of weird stuff up here. People always come in beforehand, talking and saying hello, talking about getting YouTube likes and unlikes and everything up here. 12 Bravo's up here too, though. 12 Bravo and Michael Costanza were here first. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm gonna go back in the normal order of things so I don't completely confuse myself. My favorite libertarian says, well, I'm officially through all the silencers, shop, and dealer stuff from my OSX Huxworks can. Now I just have to wait. The man, LOL. So I keep seeing stuff, and maybe I'm being optimistic that the wait
you are.
Like,
stop saying it. You're gonna jinx everybody that's watching right now. Just stop saying it. Stop.
Well,
stop.
Misfit said it first. He said it last week, and I started looking. I was like, dude, no kidding. These people are getting in. Like,
can we talk? Since we're on the topic of the ATF, this isn't political. I'm not going to go political on this at all whatsoever. I just want to give a heads up to everybody out there. I'm sure you've already heard, but if you have a force reset trigger, you need to start doing some research right now. Like, the ATF changed the definition, dropped it, and if you have a force reset trigger, you could technically own a machine gun right now without a tax stamp, which is like 10 years in federal prison. So you need to start doing some research.
I'll be honest. I kind of want the first case to go to court.
That one. Oh,
Like,
there are going to be lawsuits, but there are
yeah.
also going to be hundreds of felons before the lawsuits ever get. You know, I said I wouldn't get political. It'll be a long time before that goes to the Supreme Court, and if it's heard, and if it's ruled in the favor, you've spent 3 years of your life in jail by then. So
well, and it's also like you. Let's say you won, you would have drained so many resources just proving that it's not a machine gun.
Right.
That's all my argument is. Like it hasn't been saying that is a machine gun is the same as saying a toaster is a machine gun, but it's going to take you $300,000 to say that
in 3 years.
If
you're lucky.
Yeah, agreed. But silencers though, I'm hoping it's slowing down. I heard it's going to be like 350 days for like the old paper one. It's going to get longer thanks to E-forms too. Like, good grief. Oh, Quarantine Catholic says, Caleb, I would gladly make an entire meal for all you gents. So Joe not only steals all the prizes, but he'll steal all the food too. So
that is true. That's true. That's true. I'm the guy you never invite anywhere.
So before we get too far into it's not a ton of comments. There's a good bit. Before we get into too many comments, Joe, did you get a chance to watch any of the videos from this week?
I did, but you got to remind me because I've had some sleep cycle and some not so well sleep cycles. Was this the week that Jason did the whole history lesson of the name first?
No, that was
last week. Okay, that was last week. Never mind.
No, this one I'd like preempted you for, where I was kind of talking to you about the chevron.
Yeah, and I commented like, "Thanks a lot. Now I want to spend money." That's stupid. Like, I actually really want that now, and I don't.
It's really good.
I mean, I do go on tangent, and I am kind of a compulsive buyer. But I really want that. I can't afford it right now.
I think the thing I was most surprised about, I thought it was going to be kind of gimmicky. I'll be honest with you. Like, hey, let's try these things out. Like, from presentation, it's useless. Like, if you you have a good presentation, probably a good red dot presentation in that scenario, like your initial.
No, but if you don't, for whatever reasons, the wind got in my eye. For whatever reason, if you don't, the fact that it shows you where to get back, and once you're back, is completely gone. So you showed in the video what I was talking about. I thought you meant that little circle around the red dot. I hate that thing. Like, turn that off. I don't want that. I never have that on. But that ginormous circle, it's actually ingenious. I don't know why red dots weren't made like that from the get-go.
Did you see when I used it with I know we don't do a ton of stuff with night vision, but I was really surprised like how even easy it was to catch on camera. I'm like I don't like, even because I'm gonna have to look through this little tiny viewfinder of this camera stuck on the back of a night vision lens trying to see what's going on. And even then I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I line it up. Like, here you go, right here, here's the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, if I can see that on a tiny little lens, on a tiny little camera, how much easier is it to do?
I love everything about that thing. And now I want one, and I hate you for it.
I think we'll see the 509T with the ACSS eventually.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, interesting though. It's not the 509T. So the 509, it's just the 509, which is actually a slightly different profile than the 509T, which is a challenge. So the 509 already T is already challenging enough to find a plate for, because you can't do a plate on top of a plate like we've talked about. Like, if you have a Glock MOS and then you have an adapter plate to RMR, then an adapter plate to the 509, like, you have this wet disaster going on, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
that's primary arms optic. I'm kind of confused in there. I'm not gonna lie. Or is it Holosun optic with primary arms reticle? What is this?
So it's a fantastic question. I don't know the answer, but like,
what brand is on the side of it?
It says Holosun, I believe.
It does say Holosun.
Yeah, it's the same housing, and I know it's like basically a co-op between them, but like it gets sold as like the primary arms is the only one that sells that one. Like Holosun, you can't just go to Holosun and buy that one. You can only buy it through primary arms. So,
but it is a Holosun.
It is. It's the exact same. It's the exact same. They both have the exact same housing. The only thing different is the reticle. Like, that's the only thing.
Dang it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I want
then,
one. I just don't know what I'd put it on right now because all
you
my
have to buy
sides are
something.
used up. I know. Dude, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, does that go on a staccato?
Dude, Joe, you've been so proud of me today. So I was putting. Oh, I mean, I'd put on a staccato in a minute,
I
but
know.
you'd be so proud of me today. I put together that whole arrow lower all with no help. I was just like, this piece, like, no, this piece. I definitely did shoot a D10 across the room. That
Yeah,
did
that
happen.
does happen.
It happens, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go nag someone for a D10, and I'm walking around and I kick this thing, and it's like, ding ding ding, like my D10.
Whoa, dude, you found it?
I
I've only
kicked
known
it.
of 2 people that ever found them.
Well, what's funny is
Now you're
I
one of
found
the
it.
2.
You told me that the first time because like you were helping me with using the tool and everything, and then I shot
Mhm.
it and you're like, and you start laughing, you're like, well, that's gone
Yeah.
forever, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
here
in
it is, and
space.
you're like, how did you find that? Same thing happened this time. I was like, man, it's gone.
Call the
And then
space station and see if they saw a D10 fly by.
I'm walking, it's like, pa-ching, I kicked a skittle, and I was like, oh, is that what I think it
You
is?
get so lucky, dude.
There it was, and I got it in there. It worked out. I realized I ordered the wrong lower parts kit. I think I was just trying to order parts when there was the primary arms sale, and I just kind of like loaded my cart and ran. But I got like the EPC lower parts kit, no fire control group, no no grip or anything because I had all that. But it was just slightly different. It had 99% of what I needed. There were some other extra pieces. I was like, what are these for? And there was no safety detent, but there was a safety. I was like, what is this?
They forgot something.
Well,
Just
I had
because it doesn't
extras.
have the fire. Oh, okay.
I had
Do you
extra.
have
I made
do
it
you
all
have the little tiny caps that you have to put in the back of the receiver? The little plugs?
I was about to ask you about that. Yeah, I have one of them. The super tiny ones.
Yeah, dude. They're a pain.
Do you normally put those? I don't. We talked last time. I didn't cut my springs and put them in. I just put it behind the cover plate.
Why would you do that? All you have to do is take a pair of angled side cutters. I don't want to offend anybody. And cut that spring, and then just drop it in.
I did do one of the. There's so many people. There's this new dumb going around about like, staking your castle nut. Now, I'm not trying to say
that's not dumb, dude. Like that,
no.
you just showed how, or that's not new. You just showed how new you are to the game.
Apparently, it just seems like a complete waste. But either way, whatever. They're like, look, I staked my castle. I'm like, watch this. I tighten mine down.
Yeah, if you go around butt stroking everything that you see, like, then yes, you probably need that. I've never staked one, and I hate when firearms come assembled and they're staked. I hate it.
Yeah, I got one that's like that, and I don't want to take it apart. But so I got the PWS one, which the castle nut, which is actually a ratcheting one. So you don't really need to do any of that. It actually just ratchets into place. So you tighten it like normal. Then it has like a ratcheting tooth. You can just press a button and it releases the tooth. But so then you can just spin it like normal.
Too cheap.
But otherwise, it just keeps it in position. It's pretty cool. It was actually cheap.
What'd that cost you?
It was like $12, and it came with the QD end plate and the actual nut.
Oh, it came with QD end plate. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised by it. Okay, we'll do some comments and some talks. And what? Oh, tell them what plate carrier you're running. I think it's the same one.
The same one. LA Police Gear Logos.
We need to get you. We gotta rock you something.
No, dude. Like when I find something that works, I wear it out.
Are you like me when you go to the store? Like if we go to a restaurant and you know that one good thing to eat, are you ever gonna order anything else?
I haven't eaten anything but Arby's or anything from Arby's except for Euros for like the past 3 years.
Like nothing else.
There's this place called Hoo Hut, right? Or Hoo Hot. Okay. It's a Mongolian barbecue, right?
Yeah, Mongolian,
yeah. I went in there the very first time 10 years ago, and I made my own little concoction of the sauces because you got to put everything in your bowl on your own. Yeah. I've never changed that, dude. I've never tried any other sauces. I've never tried really any other ingredients on it.
Have you ever been to Red Robin before?
Yeah.
So I went there and I got like this. They got this. I love having eggs, and I had this one burger with eggs on it. I never order anything different after that. Like they're like, my wife thought, she's always like, "You want to try something different?" I'm like, no. Why?
No.
I'll just be mad.
Yeah, there's this taco. Well, not taco. There's this Hispanic Mexican market, and they have like where you could go up to the counter and order food, and they have a couple picnic table. I wouldn't call it a restaurant, but you can eat there if you want to. And they have the best tacos that I've had in the United States. The only thing that beats it were the taco in Mexico City. And everybody asked me like, well, how's the rest of their food? I'm like, I don't know. Why would you order anything but tacos?
I have no idea. Like, how they're nachos? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Nor does anybody else.
Yeah. And just like Daniel Taco, I don't know what anything else tastes like besides their breakfast burrito. I'm that person.
All right, let's go with some comments. Quarantine Catholic, we're going back to where we were, which is probably way behind now. But she said that bourbon operator, I would gladly make you a plate. Talk about making them some food. And my favorite libertarian says, Quarantine Catholic, you're right on. Let's work out in our plate carriers. Oh, speaking of, how have you been? You been keeping up with it?
I haven't. I'm going to be honest with you. The last 3 days,
I didn't today.
I slacked off the last 3 days. I jacked up my back and my forearm at work.
Oof.
So last 3 days, I'll add it on to the end, and it's been crazy. Like, no joke, dude. I got off of work yesterday at 7 p.m. is when I started driving home. Got home, took a shower, ate dinner. It's already 8:30. I had to get up at 3:30 this morning. I've worked all day, had a doctor appointment, doing this live stream, and I have to get up at 2:30 in the morning to go to work, and it'll probably be a 12-hour shift tomorrow.
Goodness, that's why you're like, I'm not
12
hanging
to 14
out
hours. Yeah.
Goodness.
2:30, dude. This is
we've been busy too. We're having some busy training and stuff we've been doing, so I haven't gotten to do that the actual workout. But me and Joe were laughing before. He was like, we're doing like a scientific, because he's doing nothing but the 3-minute mountain climbers, and I'm doing the 3-minute mountain climbers on top of everything else. And I'm like, man, I'm seeing all these gains. I'm losing all this weight. Like, I look good. He's like, dude, I look worse.
It's not because of the mountain climbers. I mean, sure, there are benefits to it, but I think, controlling your diet is the best way to do anything.
Well, I'd say this, like, is the fact that I have to do it every day is the biggest motivator. Because it's like, well, I have to do it, so I may as well go do the other stuff too. Like, I'm already going to do this.
I didn't tag them on to the end, but yeah, I jacked up my back, and I have to be able to do work because that's what puts food on the table. So
true. Well, you got from a Zachary, you got a wizard tack girth right here.
Yes.
And then you got from Jacob, he says, wizard them knees, wizard truth boogs, wizard +1 level, wizard tack girth. That's 2 for you.
Yeah.
Jonathan Miller, it's a Raiders comp, not a shooting competition. I don't even know what that's about. Ironsight said, I did my first competition and won a Hogue grip. Ooh, that's pretty cool. We like those. We like those grips, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I had Hogues on my duty SIG. I bought them in 2011, and they're still in that locker right there. They survived multiple deployments and everything.
Quarantine Catholic making everybody food, and we're all coming over.
Dang.
And Zachary said, and this is where we don't know. So Zachary says, I'm not going to enter a competition that requires me to take all this stuff off my gun. And yeah, I'd be like, hey, can I run this with a D ball on it? And they'd be like, no. I'd be like, it's hell to take that off. Like, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't even know. Like, I wouldn't know what isn't allowed. Like,
I'm sure they're an open class, like run what you brung.
Just run whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Someone educated.
Or just get your buddy and find a shooting tree and create your own competition.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. Like, if you and I were going to do a competition, but yeah.
Yeah. Both throw in $10. First place gets $20. Second place gets hit right in the face with a foam boat.
I would do more like, all right, let's go eat. Like, all right, let's go do a shooting tree competition. See who has to pay for it. Like, oh dang, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that is.
Quarantine Catholic says, Joe, I made a rad vegetarian tamales too.
I'm anti-vegetarian. Yeah, if it's green, I pretty much don't even think about eating it.
You're for plants' rights?
Yeah. Leave them things where they were. They weren't hurting anybody.
They weren't hurting no one.
That's my food's food. Leave it alone.
That's my food. You better stop messing with my food's food.
Right?
Oh, that's funny. I'm not the biggest. I don't mind. We do some vegetarian meals like every once in maybe a couple times a week. But that's about it. Just mostly because it's not nearly as expensive. That's another good reason to do it too.
Dude, I can't even do a salad being vegetarian. I use ranch dressing, which has milk in it, right? It does, I think.
I don't know.
A good ranch does.
Ooh.
Definitely put a lot of cheese on my salad.
Ooh, Jacob, he's talking about he was going backwards talking about what we were talking about earlier. He says, I read something the other day that people were getting theirs in 35 days.
Keep jinxing it. Y'all are jinxing it.
We're gonna see.
What day are you at? Are you at 35 days yet, Walsh?
I'm at 30 right now. Like mine was certified on February 25th. That's what's so annoying.
You know what will be fun to see? So for everybody that doesn't know, I'll let the cat out of the bag. I ordered my dream car, my Camaro, but these things are taking forever to get in. I don't even know if I'll actually ever get it. I feel like Walsh with his silencer or suppressor. Sorry. So let's see who gets what first.
Well, I'm gonna be annoyed because
do I get a car from Chevy or do you get your suppressor?
I say the suppressor, but I'm just annoyed that I purchased it in September. Like I bought one in August.
Yeah, but
I'm
gonna be honest with you. I don't really know what all happened, but didn't you not pay the tax stamp yet?
No, I did everything. Basically, everyone was like, "We don't know what's going on with it, but you can pay. You can go ahead and pay." And I'm like, "Well, if you don't know what's going on with it, I'm not going to pay." And then I was like, "You know what?
Pay what? Pay the tax stamp or pay for the?"
Yeah. So with Silencer Shop, you kind of you pay. You go ahead and pay them like the $205 or whatever it is. You pay a little bit extra to give them a little cut, and then like they kind of put that all together for you, and then they send it off. But like otherwise, if they're ready to send it out, they'll be like, "Hey, here's your invoice. We're ready to send your stuff like right now." So that's what they did on my first one. Like they didn't ask me for the money until they were ready to go. Like, "Hey, it's on you. Pay your tax stamp money, and then we'll send it off." And that's how I did the first one. But the second one, they were like, "We don't know where you're at in the process. We don't know anything. Like when you're ready, we'll notify you, but you can pay if you want." And it was one of those like, that seems really dumb. Like I've been waiting 6 months already just to send my paperwork, and no one knows where it's at. But it was weird. I was like, all right, let's just see what happens. And I paid it, and they were like, "Oh, hey, you're ready to go now. Actually, we sorted out your process." I'm like, "How did you sort it out the day after I paid?"
Yeah.
Like it's a little weird. Yeah. Changing gears though, Iron Sight did say he returned his watt trigger. I already am angry enough about that one because of the whole whatever Big Daddy Unlimited is doing. Like I think they lost a whole lot of credibility of like whatever mess they're trying to pull. I don't know. Ironside says he doesn't want any of that mess. I said, thankfully, the retailer gave him store credits. So that's good. That's good. Quarantine Catholic said, I meant Joe. I would gladly make tamales for you. Make him vegetarian tamales.
Don't do vegetarian. That'd be awesome. My wife found some tamales, right? She was like, "Oh, and look, my daughter gave my wife tamales for us or for me. It's still unclear who they're for, but there are 3 of them in the fridge." She's like, "Do you want me to warm them up now?" And I'm like, "No, I can't eat those without red chili." And she's like, "Do you want me to make you red chili right now?" And I'm like, No, baby. You can make it tomorrow. That's fine.
So you can do it.
So the next day, like, she made me red chili during the day while at work. Bless her heart. I love her to death.
That's pretty awesome.
And then she went out, like, grocery shopping or doing something. I forget, but she went home when I got home. And she's like, "Hey, but I did make you red chili. It's in the fridge, and the tamales are in there." So I get the tamale out, and I put them in the microwave. I heat up the red chili, and I smother my tamale, and I'm all excited. Got a big old blob of sour cream right there. I'm all excited, and I get through the first tamale, and I'm into the second one, and I'm like, I wonder if there are 3, like 2 for me and 1 for my wife. Maybe I should have saved one of these. I said, but it's already on my plate. So I tried to call her. She didn't answer the phone, and that was justification for me to eat the third one.
Let me
And
guess.
I was like, hey, I kind of feel bad 'cause I didn't save you one. And she was like, I figured, I just thought to myself, if you do, great. If not, that's okay. And I felt even worse.
You were supposed to know. You're supposed to
I
know
know.
to not eat that one.
I know. But she knows me, and you can't leave tamales around me, too. Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
We demolished those tamales when we came over. They did not last very long.
Oh, don't worry, breakfast burrito. Those weren't tamales.
Oh, that's right. They were.
I wouldn't have shared tamales. Dude. That was a test. That was a test.
I have to
Yeah.
I have to ask my wife if I can get.
Delicious.
I'm trying to get. I'm running out of coffee already, so I'm trying to ask my wife if she'll get me some more coffee.
She'll get you some.
He's like, hey, can I have some more coffee? So Gary said, thanks to your video on the 507 ACSS. Now I want to go buy one. Yep, Joe said the same thing. He'd be like, hey, we need the next thing. Send that my way. So it was pretty cool with Primary Arms. They did hook us up with that optic, so it's cool to get to check it out and compare the two. You don't really get to see so many of them like side by side, or get to test both of them just like straight out of the box. Caleb said, Walsh, I know you like the JAC pack since you can remove it while wearing the PC. What about one of the K19's packs? Can it be removed while wearing the PC or made to do so? Not really. Like, it kind of can, but the K19 is so much lower. It would be a lot harder to be able to remove it, the pack from this. I think you could, though. I bet you could find some smart way to do it. I like the K19 pack a little better because I think it's like a day pack. Like, that's an actual like backpack, where even the JAC pack's like a salt pack. They're just different. Like, one's the size of a plate carrier and the other one's the size of a backpack. So I do really prefer.
I can make them really easy for everybody in order to be able to remove it. You take that material, right, and you sew the two strips on it, and I don't know, let's call them straps, right? Let's call them straps, right? And then you put your arm through the straps, and then you just put it right here.
And it sounds like a joke, but in reality, the AMAP 3 could easily be worn over a plate carrier extremely comfortably. I think that would be a great way to wear it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think because then in reality, when you need to ditch it, you just ditch it. And if you need to go somewhere with it, you just grab your backpack. Like, if you think of it in terms of like the most simplistic answer, it becomes a really good one. You just bring it with you. So, yeah. My favorite libertarian says, the wind gets in my eye all the time. Don't even worry about it, man. Bourbon operator has great taste. Croak says, just like the ACOG with the ACSS reticle is still a Trigicon. I don't know what we're talking about with that one.
No, say it again.
He says Croak said
yes. Yep, I get it. Trigicon bought or leased or whatever they did. They pay Primary Arm for their
I see what you're saying. Oh, how like
just like them, Holosun did it, and they're only selling it on Primary Arms. Back to what we were talking about. Thank you.
I'm tracking now.
What is that?
Ironsight said, "Oh, we got $2. So that's drinking for Joe." He said the Holosun Circle Dot is the best. Like a video.
No way.
I like it. I like the Holosun Circle Dot.
I hate it.
I do.
I hate it.
Well, we got some Facebook folks on here. So FW Sykes says, we missing a couple, ain't we? Well, welcome. I know you've been on here. I think you've been on here maybe once or twice before, but welcome, sir. Archangel, what up? Showing up late. Way to go. Saying staking a castle nut is a good idea. I don't do that.
I don't either. I know for some people, I'm not going to dog anybody
you can do
for doing it. I don't go around butt stroking people all the time. So
there is not a single impact point that would be my castle nut. I don't know.
No, and we usually you can actually jar the I can't think, the buttstock like sideways to where it loosens the buffer tube, which if your buffer tube spins, which will create space between the castle nut and your receiver, so it can actually end up coming off. I just don't run around.
Like this style, I ordered the wrong buffer tube. I didn't get the enhanced one like we normally get. We're like the ones we normally run. If your castle nut fell off, it doesn't do anything because the whole thing is captured anyway. Like you'd have to like undo everything and turn it and to take it out. Like it wouldn't do anything if the castle nut fell off anyway.
Yeah, because the buffer retainer spring and pin go through the
Exactly.
actual little nub on the buffer tube. Well, on Wallace's case, it would actually do something. A spring and a detent would go flying out because he didn't put the stupid little plug in it. Even though it's an M4E1, which is glorious for having that little plug.
We didn't do it on my other one either. Like the other one we didn't do it on that one. You're like, forget it.
I like how you say we. Like, no, I wouldn't have told you forget it. I'm like, cut that spring.
You're like,
it's a tiny little thing. What?
Croak says, I got a little $10 automatic staking punch. I make damn sure I don't have any vampire castles. It's just, I don't know. I think it solves a problem that doesn't exist. I mean, if it came loose, maybe once I'd say. But like I said, we use where it has the detent. Like I would lose the detent and plunger going to the rear takedown pin. But like when we install our buffer tube, it gets locked in. So even if the castle nut came off, there's no way the buffer tube can go anywhere. You'd have to go in and then push that pin down, the detent pin, and then start to rotate. You couldn't even do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever.
I just give it like 1.5 grunts to call it good.
Yeah. What up, Misfit? Welcome. 12 Bravo says, okay, watching on Facebook sucks. I'm surprised Facebook is letting us show our faces over there.
Right.
I always forget that we're actually live on Facebook.
Dude, I haven't been on Book of the Face in probably 1.5 years.
Oh, at least. I got on there one time. I had like 47 notifications, and like half of them were like Thin Line Defense. I was like, we have a Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, we do. I was like, I forgot. Quarantine Catholic goes, this is awesome. I'm just like you, Joe. Hey, it's consistency. I'm thinking she's probably talking about your mountain climbers.
Maybe.
Yeah. We get so far behind. Croak. Damn Mongolians. 12 Bravo. Staking a castle nut is a good idea. I promise you, if you're in the field enough and yours isn't staked, it will eventually get loose. Yeah, but then it still wouldn't go anywhere. It's still captured by the pin. Like it doesn't make any sense. Just glue it at that point. Just red Loctite it. Then it won't go anywhere.
That'd be like saying I gotta stake my barrel nut. I don't know.
Eventually, it's gonna come loose.
Like I said, I don't go around butt stroking stuff.
Like I'm not gonna dog anybody.
I've seen the A1 style butt stocks come loose because they just had us like beating the crap out of pretty much duffel bags filled with sand, and eventually those started turning. So
I just don't think most people who have their pristine guns that they're staking their castle nuts are doing anything but looking at it in the safe. Like it's not gonna come loose in your safe, guys. Like don't worry about that. Yeah.
I don't care. Like stake them, don't stake them. I just tear apart my gun too much where I don't want to stake it because I take the buffer tubes off of my firearm quite a bit. I'm willing to change the stuff out. Like I said, I bought those the what's it called, lowers, and I'm gonna change it out just because it has a spade on it instead of an A.
Like I bet you, like I can just think of how mad you'd be at me if we were gonna go paint a gun and you'd be like Walsh, why did you stake the castle on that? Now we gotta do all this crap.
Do? No,
crap apart.
I would wrap that crap in some blue painter tape and paint over it. And if any leaked in there, I'd be like, "It's your fault, dude."
It's like, why
your
did
problem.
You do that?
Get some acetone.
No, and that's okay. If you want to stake your own castle, go ahead. I just I don't know. I don't see it.
I get it. They can come loose. I get it. If you don't want to deal with that, don't.
And I was angry that I got that style this time. Like I guess I would, like I said, I just wasn't paying attention. I was trying to just buy everything fast, and I was in the middle of doing 100 other things. But I got the style that didn't capture the pin. So in that case, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I guess so. But it's the ratcheting style, so it's like we don't even need to, still don't need to do it. So not a big deal. Yeah. Quarantine Catholic saying hello to Misfit. Misfit's always got good things to share. He's always got some cool project he's working on. So. Oh, here we go. We got Alan Eubanks. I don't think Alan has ever come on here, but I've never seen Alan Eubanks before. So if this is your first time leaving a comment, welcome to Thin Line Defense. But he says, my wife always asks me if I want to try something else. The answer is always no. I know the best stuff on the menu, so why try something else?
Yeah.
So this is about our restaurant experience, Joe.
I'm with you 100%.
I say exactly 100%. I did it one time. I was like,
I
my wife gave me grief.
don't pick restaurant based on what type of food that I want. Like, ooh, do I want to go, Italian? No, I pick restaurant based on the exact dish that I want to go eat. I don't think I've ever ordered anything. I haven't. I've never ordered anything from Olive Garden except for cheap ravioli with Alfredo sauce. Sometimes I'll spice it up a bit and get some grilled chicken on top.
So there was one time I did exactly this, and I got grief from my wife. Like, you only ever get the same thing. All right, I get something else, and it was bad. Like the other thing I got, I didn't like, and I was mad. Like I was like, I could be having what I know I like, but instead I risked it and lost. Like,
yeah.
like why would I do?
Has anybody ever eaten anything from Cracker Barrel besides the breakfast?
What, there's like that one breakfast.
It's like, what, you serve other things? No thanks.
Like what is it? Like the old timey breakfast or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
dude, old timey breakfast, man. And then I cut it all up, mixed it all together, throw some Texas Pete on there, and call it good.
I have had their the bowls. I forgot, my brain's coming out right now. Like when they mixed it all together for you. Those are good, but I've only ever had breakfast there. I've never had dinner. Like, who has dinner?
It's like,
at Cracker Barrel?
Right? I don't care what time it is.
Yeah, like,
actually, I can't say that. One time in our lives, we went there for Thanksgiving. So I got like the normal traditional Thanksgiving. That was a mistake. I should have went with the breakfast.
But I say I wouldn't have cared. I would have on Thanksgiving. I would have been like, I'm gonna do the old time. Breakfast on Thanksgiving.
2 eggs over easy, sausage patties, and some hash browns. Not your hash brown casserole. You can keep them onions,
I don't
please.
want that garbage. Listen to this. Your favorite libertarian says, I haven't missed a day of mountain climbers yet. 7 days left. I do them before my plate carrier workouts. They still suck. So, like we were saying
that's
before,
awesome.
If you took some before and after photos, send them to us. We'll share them in our final video, because then me and Joe don't have to share ours, and we'll just say we're you. Like, look how good I did.
I'm probably not gonna share mine.
Oh. You like, like everything got worse.
If you gotta make me show mine, it's gonna be so ridiculous. It's gonna be like, I'm just gonna find random picture on the internet. Like Russell Crowe when you haul out of shape and walking on the beach. Like, it's gonna be that picture, and then it's gonna be like Rocky Balboa.
I'm just saying. This damn cat's over here. I'm just saying, it just motivated me because I'm already doing the mountain climber, so then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run a couple miles, or I'm gonna go lift now that I'm already gross from.
We're finally getting into some warm weather at the end of this week, but I think it's gonna drop down again next week. But I don't think I've ever been excited to start running besides right now.
Oh, it's so like I was gonna try and run today, and it was like 60 last week, so I had a couple run days, and then it got to be like 35 again today. It was snowing, and I'm like, man, I don't want to run.
There's so much wind.
4 miles in the cold again.
I almost got blown off of like the platform that I have to stand on every once in a while. That's like 3 stories up. I almost got blown off of it. I mean, we have to put in a harness and connect to a thing. I don't trust any of that. I'm like, how long has this thing been here? They're like, oh, that one only like a year old. We broke the other one. Awesome.
Was somebody on it when it broke?
No.
So Archangel did say we're going back a little bit. He said open division is usually everything goes. So yeah, I guess we'll be open. That's why I shot. Yeah. I did archery with open because I had some weirder.
Dude, you want to have some fun? Find like Google search or whatever. They wouldn't do these LE versus Cowboys. So law enforcement versus Cowboys. And just even going and watching that and watching Cowboy with these 6-shooter and the lever actions smoke every single cop out there. Dude, it's amazing. They are amazing people in how fast they can shoot.
He shot like 10 shots in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, dude. And they don't move the gun. They're like,
no. Yeah. I was like, okay, I don't shoot a semi-automatic that fast.
Yeah. No.
All right, keeping comments moving, then we'll talk about some gear. Jonathan Miller says my mom's boyfriend, I'm tracking now, Suppressor, has been held by the ATF for the past 11 months. Yeah, I bet you my paper one, like I'm already at 6 months. I'm hoping I get it before it gets cold again. And it's about to be summer. Like if I got it in October, I'd be like, yes. Like, way to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Here we go. Archangel said, by the way, Attack Pack sent me an XL belt. Now, hold on. He got sent a belt from them, and it was totally the wrong size. And we're trying to sort out if it's the wrong size on their website, if we're just misunderstanding. But he did say that they sent him an XL belt to replace his large, even before he sent the large back. So pretty solid of him. So Archangel, I have still not heard hide nor hair of them. I think they blew up at SHOT Show. Something happened. Maybe I'll message them while we're talking on here on the live chat. But let me know what you think about it, and I want to hear more about the actual belt now that you can put it on.
I am going to say this. Anytime that Wolves recommend a belt that's a new hotness, don't even bother because you won't get it.
Oh, so I learned a lesson.
This literally happened with the Axle belt. You got it. I ordered it, waited forever, finally got it. And then you're like, oh, no, this is even better than the Axle belt, and they're in stock, and you'll get it in 2 weeks. How long has it been?
I still don't have one. So, I mean, I got to.
I know. How long has it been?
Oh, it was January. So what? It's been 2 months, like 60 days. We could have gotten a silencer by now.
Or Camaro.
One of the two. So yeah, I'm just surprised that they still haven't heard anything from. But I want to hear if they're any good. But next time, I'm not going to tell y'all nothing. I'm going to get myself one. Maybe I'll send one to Joe and be like, all right, now, hey guys, these are really good.
No, words out.
Shane Miller says, hoping to get the RC2 to get restocked from Silencer Shop. That's a super popular one. I think Mutfet got that one too, didn't he? I thought he did. He was talking about it earlier.
Dude, I can't keep up with all the names and acronyms. I can't remember somebody's name that I just shook their hand. Like it was Bob, right? It was Ryan. Oh, sorry, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, but then it's gone. Then it's
sorry,
gone.
Samantha.
Okay. It's like, all right, okay, Ryan. And it's like,
yeah.
I have no
idea.
All right,
Bob. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I have no idea. You always say that, and you go, "Oh, hey, buddy."
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Dude,
what's up,
if
man?
you see me around and I call you buddy, bud, dude, it's either because it's out of habit or I forgot your name.
Yeah, I probably forgot your name.
But I do it with everybody. So it's out of habit.
Oh, hey, man. I have no idea what your name is. I have no idea. But I've seen
you. Hey, what's up, buddy? Long time no see.
Yeah, hey, what up?
I saw you yesterday. I know a lot's happened since yesterday.
Like, no, but now it's awkward, and I can't ask you what your name is again. Like if it's like the second time I see you, like, oh, dude, I forgot your name. But then you realize you've already done that. And you're like, oh, I've already asked this guy's name twice. Like,
yeah,
I keep forgetting.
Oh,
Caleb,
that's awesome. Shoot that to me in a text.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want to forget that. Caleb is saying, asking the same thing to Archangel if you got the right size. I need to message them. Be like, hey, where are we at with this?
Yeah, and is it going to be the right size?
This is a good conversation. Your favorite libertarian says, hey, I'm a year past the order date of my Triarch Systems 13.9, and now they're saying it won't be until April, maybe. Man, I'm gonna say it's gonna be unpopular. There was actually I'm stealing this, but on Reddit there was an unpopular opinion post for firearms, and one of the ones I thought was pretty accurate was that machining techniques and materials have gotten to be so advanced that there's not much difference between the really high end and the really low end. Like there's not a whole, there's like super, super top tier and super crap bottom. And then there's everybody else. And the super, super top isn't that much better than anybody in the middle. So I don't see a huge advantage. A Triarch. I'm a lefty and I don't shoot ambi. I don't want one. It's not worth the trouble. And it's not an M4. Like if it doesn't have threaded bolt catch, I'm out. I'll tell you right now, I'm out.
Right?
Like that's a pain.
That's how I am, but I'm crazy and I'm cheap, so
I'm just lazy.
I keep them opinion to myself. Although I did try, I tried the Daniel Defense buttstock and I really like it. So
you did like it, but like we paint firearms, so like I don't know. I don't want to have all these parts that are like these pins that are super big pain in the rear to remove. Like there's no other lower besides the M4E1 that I'm like, dang, I really like this.
It's not even if you paint it or not. Like if you ever, like you had that one, the spring with the little, I don't know the actual nomenclature for the parts, but you got your bolt catch, bolt release. There's a little like rounded nub. I'm going to call it a nub. And then you got a spring, right? Walsh had a spring though out of spec. He put it all together. It fit just fine, and he hit the bolt catch bolt release, and it pushed that nub into the spring.
Oh my
Now you
God.
got to take that out.
It took me
If
2
you
seconds.
have anything else, you got to take a hammer to your firearm. I don't care if it's painted or not. You got to
Yeah.
knock out that roll pin, and you're using roll pin punches that are really small and they break. I broke 3 of them.
When even I was
And I'm
testing
just
out a
tired
bunch
of
of
it.
a bunch of different bolt catches to try them out different styles. I tried like the Geisley one. I tried
Yeah.
out I ended up liking the Strike one. There's a couple different ones I tried out as a lefty, and it
Yeah.
would be so unbelievably frustrating to have to knock in the pin. Like, nope, don't like it. Here we
Yeah.
go again.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I get my hammer out.
Let me, yeah. Otherwise, you just unscrew it, screw it back in. Like, let's try this one. Nope, don't like it. Unscrew, screw back in.
I don't know. And for the price, I don't think there's anything that can beat it.
No.
I really don't. And
I think
I hope it doesn't catch on. I hope nobody believes me, and everybody keeps buying just mil spec lowers and never catches on, because that will keep the price under $100.
So I'm gonna give some people some sneak peeks at something, and you're gonna love this, because I'm gonna show some of the Rise triggers, and I'm gonna show kind of like how they're different, and they're different in very small ways. But if you want to buy the right trigger, you're gonna want to know what's what. If you're gonna spend $100 on a trigger, you may as well know what the $140 one does. It's not that much different. But what I think the funny part is, and this is totally my hat tip to you, is one of the triggers was broken. Like it was like at 8 pounds. So like one is 3.5 pounds, one is at 4, and one's at like 4.25 or something like that. Like they're very close to each other and how they're supposed to operate. Okay. So the broken one was at like 8 pounds. Like something was totally off. And so I had no idea anything was up with it. So I'm out at the range and I'm shooting them all exactly the same. Like,
Yeah.
I shoot them all the same speed. I can't tell a difference. I can't tell a difference in terms of recoil. I can't tell a difference in terms of anything. I'm just doing my normal like cadence shooting where I, just doing that fast count, repeat it, and then execute it on the firearm. And I'm like, I'm shooting them all the same, but then I'm looking back at it. I'm like, what a cool example of how much it doesn't matter that I shot an 8-pound trigger as fast as a 3-pound trigger, single stage. Like speed wise, it doesn't matter. I think there's some other places maybe it comes into play.
Yeah,
It sucked
for
shooting long
distance
range.
shooting,
That sucked.
For distance shooting, I'll agree with anybody that has the argument. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, and I broke one of the cardinal rule on firearm. I know that. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Joe, you're an idiot. You broke rule number 2 or 3, one of them. So in Afghanistan, in an alley, me and a good friend that Walsh knows, shoulder to shoulder on either side of the alley. Motorcycle barreling, coming around the corner, barreling down the alley. We have to stop the motorcycle. We're putting our hand out. We're everything else. Guns got drawn. My firearm on fire. I am actually doing a trigger press and praying to God that he stops. Literally out loud, I think. But I was ready, and it was about to happen, and he stopped right at the last second, and I released the pressure off the trigger. If that was a 3-pound trigger, that would have gone drastically different, right? I like mil spec triggers. I like heavier trigger for mil spec things. I like light trigger for light things. I will never put a light trigger in a pistol. I'll never do it.
I don't think mine are messed with. I think mine are all still OEM, like my SIGs. I think they're the same.
If you shoot competition, or if that's your thing, if you like it, I'm not saying anything about it. But I have enough grip strength where 6-pound trigger not going to affect me anymore, just like you were saying, Walsh, than a 3-pound trigger. And I want that trigger press. Like I want that.
So
it's the last second decision making. Because if you've never been, I know what everybody can say, figure out the trigger until you're ready to shoot. You shouldn't have had your finger on the trigger unless you had already made the conscious decision to shoot. But something changed. I made the conscious decision to shoot. If he breaks that threshold, I am going to shoot. And he broke that threshold. So I was pressing, and something changed. He stopped. And I was able to take that round back, per se. Thank God.
I will say though, I think lighter triggers, like different weight triggers, don't really matter on a rifle, but on a pistol, I will say alternatively, like it is harder to shoot a heavier weight trigger.
It is. I'm not saying go put a 15-pound trigger into your gun. I'm saying I don't want a 2 or 3 pound trigger into my handgun.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
All right, going to more comments. We got some good chats today. Archangel, we're probably so far behind. Like, there's probably all these good inputs on what we're saying, but we'll never get to it for like an hour. Like, I don't even know what you're talking. By the time we get to it, we'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So Archangel's talking about his belt. He's glad it's finally not child-sized. K-Sizzle83 says there's a Ballistic Advantage sale right now. We love Ballistic Advantage. They are awesome. We love their barrels.
That's what I bought. I bought lower. I gotta go pick it up, and I'm swapping it out for the A.
Heck yeah. So Archangel's saying his old belt is the other TAC Pack belt would have made a great headband. That's hilarious.
Oh no, just connect it to your thigh rig. Make it a thigh strap.
A little thigh strap. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, there you go.
How cool would that be? Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Don't.
Well, like talk about it from like a cool aesthetics like side to say like you just have a mini version of your battle belt as your leg strap.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
With Molly and everything, so you can put more pouches on it.
Yeah, it's like always reminds me of like those.
What are you putting on pouches? 2 magazines and a grenade.
Like reminds me of whenever you go like shop for tents and they have like the mini tent. And like you always hear about people who get like the mini tents for like their animals. Like, I let my pet sleep in those. Like, well, I mean, it's pretty legit. Okay, so Archangel says Ballistic Advantage is arrow precision with a different logo and cheaper equals win. Yeah, we don't know why it's cheaper. It's the exact
I wouldn't
same
say
product.
It's cheaper. Yeah,
it's exactly.
I think it's the sales, ain't it? I've really never noticed a difference in price.
Well, I think more people know about Arrow, and they don't go to Ballistic Advantage for the same exact thing. So I think they have more stock, which generally leads to lower sales. Like the more
really?
sales. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start looking because I like the Spade. I wish they would kind of redesign the Spade, but I like the Spade better than the A. The A looks like the Avenger A, which I'm cool with. I guess I like Marvel. But
Queso said he just picked up 2 complete uppers for cheap. We got a cool upper from Primary Arms we got recently. We're going to do some funny stuff with.
Ballistic Advantage had a crazy sale on upper like a month ago or something like that. It was super crazy. Like they're doing complete upper for like $250, but I missed it. They were sold out by the time I got there. I cried a little.
So Arcano's talking about going to Ballistic Advantage after this. Harry's saying to Shane Miller, I don't know if I missed this comment. Maybe I missed it. Oh. He's talking about getting the RC2 restocked. So they're talking about that silencer, and he's saying to go elsewhere and utilize the silencer shop kiosk. Yeah, a lot of times you can still back order it. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know enough about this process, but I think you can back order it and then run your paperwork while it's being back ordered. Double check me on that though. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. I know my guys had to check and see if they're in stock, which I thought was weird. So maybe you can't do that. K-Sizzle says the builder bundles are where big savings is. Man, I hate to say it, but every Friday at 9 a.m., the Friday at the beginning of every month, at like 9 or 10 a.m., they do the builder sets. And man, there's always so many cool ones that I just want to jump on. Like, I think they're just so cool looking to have it kind of all done and fleshed out. And they're not that expensive.
Yeah, but I think you got to talk about 2 different things. You're talking about the monthly Cerakoted.
Yeah.
He's talking about the builder kit that not Jason used to get when we first started. Remember?
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Where it came with they're jump black, but they came with you could get them flat dark earths, but they came with the handguard, the upper and the lower all together, and maybe lower parts kit. I mean, you could buy different ones.
Well, we wanted them blemmed back in the day because
I still want them blem. What do you mean back in the day?
Well, I mean, yeah,
I looked for blem and everything.
But even then, we looked for them blem because hey, we're about to paint it anyway. Like, what do we care? You save 25%. We're about to paint it,
dude. Anyway. The 3 or the 4, I forget how many I ordered, but they're all blem. They're all blem.
Yeah,
because they were.
I've never been able. I think
they're $80 each.
Like my Staccato's a blem, and I've still never found the blem.
Yeah, I found it once on a Primary Arms.
Yeah.
On the shorty that I bought, the 11.5 inch or whatever, 10.5 inch, 223 or 556. Right up at the the very front of the upper receiver, where the Picatinny rail is, there's a slight metallic mark on it. So you can see the aluminum. You see the aluminum like a little dot, like you put a period at the end of a sentence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was distraught when I got it. What is this?
Ooh, Harry says, I ordered my RC2, so it's Harry who ordered it, from KF Armory, and my FFL has a silencer shop kiosk. Oh, okay. So that's a smart way to do it. That's a good way to do it. So yeah, Shane saying that will do to Harry. See, that's what we're talking about. Joe and I usually just complain about things, but if you really need stuff done, it's probably a good idea to just ask everybody in the comments, because they're probably gonna know it better than us. We'll just be complaining about steak and castle nuts for the next 45 minutes. Like, no, it's a good idea. Like, I don't know.
Do you think this is bad? You should have heard us about cars back when Walsh had a semi-normal car.
We would just go for hours and be like, are you guys still battling? Like, we're not battling, we're arguing. We are having a very important argument. Like, it's very important.
Learning is occurring.
yeah. What are we talking about? We're talking about backpacks somehow. I missed it. So yeah, I don't know about this TAG Combat Sustainment Pack. So Joe, they're talking about what's called the TAG Combat Sustainment Pack. I know I'm repeating myself, but people were relating that to that same JAC pack when I showed that, but I don't know anything about it. Then the other people were like, no, it's way different. Like, I don't know nothing about that pack.
Yeah, I won't clip I'm different than Walsh. I will not choose to clip a bag into my plate carrier. I don't want it on there. And that's just different mindsets and different mission sets and different ways of doing things.
Yeah.
But I am disappointed that you found one that can unclip. I think you should sell that one.
You get rid of, if any of them you get rid of, it's that one.
Yeah, because then I can sneak my fruit roll-ups in there when you ask me to get stuff out of your bag.
I will tell you, I did 100% sell my Haley Strategic Flat Pack. It's the second time I've sold it. So I bought one, sold it, bought another one because people want to see it so bad, and then sold that one because it was just so unbelievably useless. And people would just buy them like hotcakes. Like, hey, I'll sell it to you for $30 over cost. Okay, like, guys, it's in stock. Like, whatever. Like, it's some of the dumbest possible things.
I don't know why. I don't know why they exist. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna get on a little bit of a tangent. I don't know why they exist, and I don't know why you buy them. That's like fixing a wheel. Like, what? Why would you fix a wheel?
It's better.
A wheel, perfect. It's round and it rolls and it does everything just fine. Why would you fix a wheel?
It really is.
Why is there butt pain for putting two straps on?
It's like a worse backpack. It literally is. Like, hey,
yeah. Why would you not wear a backpack? I don't understand this. I'm so confused.
I really want a worse backpack. Like, well, I have an idea that I'll sell to you for the price of a backpack, but it's half the size. Oh, please.
Yeah, quarter of the size. You got to buy more clips to clip it in. People are like, oh, the straps of the backpack get in the way. Well, number one, I can take it off of your buttstock. Number one, I can take it off. And number two, you just added 2 more clips. Does that not get in the way? Those are magic clips? Those are magic clips, guys.
Those get in the way, yeah.
I don't know why they exist.
I like our soapbox because I'm with you. Misfit said, Reddit said the ACSS reticle reduces battery life to 3,500 hours. We talked about this last week. I want to play with mine and pay attention to it. It does have auto off and
shake to wake.
Shake to wake, and it has a side loading battery tray, so I don't really care.
And what did we figure out? It was like
years, but I think we based it off 7. How many hours is that? Like, let's say you ran it.
24 times 365.
Got one of those clickety clack keyboards. So let's just do 35. Let's say you did an 8-hour shift every day.
No, just do 24 times 365.
24 times 365?
Mm-hmm.
It's 8,760.
That's how many hours are in a year. And what? It's 3,000.
So you could run it.
So a third. Yeah.
If you ran the whole third of the year. Here's what I'm saying.
You better stay awake all the time and shake it.
I'm just saying if you worked every single, this is where I'm at, okay? So if you worked every single day for an 8-hour shift, you could still run it straight at 3,500 hours for 437 hours, 437 days. So
divided by 365.
No, don't. I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean,
I heard your brain. No,
yeah,
so just over here.
1.19 years if you wanted me to do that. But anyway, yeah, and I'm with you. But I don't know. I don't know if it matters. Like, I think that's to the point where, I would say at about a year or 2 years, you really need to replace the battery because you start looking into like the actual chemical reaction of that battery failing is way more likely at that point. I have plenty of things that just blown open. And I'm like, oh, I guess I shouldn't have left that battery in there for years.
Yeah. My wireless mouse just the other week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, look at Misfit. He loves me. Ratchet and Castle Nut for the win. I was surprised. It was another YouTuber who had told me about it. We actually ran into him at SHOT Show and we were just talking about random stuff. He's like, have you seen this primary weapon systems Ratchet and Castle Nut? And I was like, no. But staking castle nuts is stupid. And he's like, well, no, it's important. But then he's like, but ratcheting is super easy. You just install it and turn it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I probably do need to get that.
You're gonna make everybody mad. They're like half of our viewers right now stake their castle nut.
Yeah, they're like
not stupid.
Like in the middle of like
opinion.
they're like staking their castle nut while they're listening, like getting someone. I'm making an angry comment in a minute. So Archangel does say, don't worry about it. It's got solar. Here's the thing to remember with that solar is that it only actually works when it's in automatic. And I hate the automatic mode because it really messes, it changes the brightness based off where you are and not based off of where you're shooting at. So I don't use the automatic. So therefore it's in manual mode, which means on battery power 24/7. So yeah, I don't know. Zachary says, yeah, Reddit is known for their accuracy. Maybe not. So Misfit says, Caleb, of course not, but I've seen it echoed on Instagram by multiple people. And it may be less battery life because it has that huge ring. But I mean, we talk about trade-offs. I think it's worth it. The 1632 battery, you already lose some life because it's a smaller battery, but it's a side-loading battery tray. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, just buy 10 of them off of Amazon for $10 and call it good.
So Misfit does say something interesting, Joe. And you and I talked about this back in the day, but he said Reddit is hit or miss. It did help a lot with my AR-10 build. And I remember when I got started and I started, getting into AR-10s, and I was like, all right, Joe, what do I do in terms of like, we had talked about like in uppers and lowers, and you're like, no. You're in a different world now. Like all the AR-15 stuff is totally normal, but the AR-10 stuff for some horrible reason is all different. He's like, you could get an upper and a bolt carrying group and all this stuff that just all doesn't even match up.
It's the same reason for all the different footprints for the red dots. It's all people trying to get government contracts. Why am I echoing on your screen? Now it's better. Good.
I don't know. I probably clicked on something dumb. Andrew Shaw says, hey guys, sorry it's been so long. Haven't seen Andrew in quite some time, probably like a month. So welcome back. It's good to see you as always. I always usually comment on his stuff on Instagram. So I always like say hi to his stuff. He always does some crazy good photos.
But he's Reddit, that's what we were talking about. Reddit. No, I don't go on to Reddit. I've been on Reddit like 3 or 4 times, and just because I clicked the link on accident, not knowing that on Reddit, that Wolf sent me.
Like, what's funny is our YouTube,
literally, if he sent me a link and it's sent Reddit, I don't click it. I'm like, well, next.
See, I base my responses based off the platform. Like on YouTube, I'm pretty nice. Instagram, I'm a little bit snarky. Reddit, I'm a complete a-hole. Like that's just what is expected on that platform. Like you just be a jerk, and that's what we do. Like if someone knows us from Reddit, you'd be like, oh boy,
yeah. That's why people want to punch you in the face.
It's like, what'd you read? What post was it? Ironside Army says, how many hours is it advertised? I don't know if it even is. Maybe
I don't know, but they all do the same thing. They all advertise for like the
50.
low setting on the small little dot that you can get.
Yeah, and I'll warn you that Holosun even does that. They'll put it at like their setting 3, only the dot, and they'll put 50,000 and be like, well, what happens if we turn everything on and get it a normal viewing? Like, oh, well then it'll
3,000.
be like, yeah, it'll be like 15,000. Like in my Holosun, I probably changed that battery, I don't know, at least twice, and I've only had it a couple years. So,
like your smoke detector, change it every year.
Yeah. Archangel says, I deleted all social media except this and Discord. Probably talking about how I didn't delete anything. I just forgot I have them. Like, I don't know. I think my last Facebook post was from like 2007 or something.
Good for you. And the 2 that you kept were our main, platform. On. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. He's never looking back. Yeah.
I still do use Facebook Messenger though. That thing is pretty slick, and we use it all the time for group chat.
Yeah. So K-Sizzle says not all buffer tubes have the notch Walsh. Agreed. I'm with you. I bought one that I installed today that didn't have the notch, and I was angry about it. But I did have the ratcheting cast nut. So yeah. So I still win. Caleb says, yeah, as slow as they are with reading comments, we need to specify what we are talking about when we make a comment. Probably a good call. I don't even know how far behind we are. Look at this. They always lagging. Oh my gosh. As slow as they are, shots fired. Listen, we're talking too. Why don't y'all come? Listen, if y'all want to come on the live chat, you just tell us. We'll bring you in. You can come on the live chat too, and then you'll realize you're way behind on the comments too.
Yeah, but we're gonna put you in charge of the comments.
Yeah, you'll be like, all right, hey, new guy, you're in charge of the comments, and then we'll just sit back and just be BS and be like, hey, you're way behind.
Hey, you're way behind.
Like, they're gonna start getting angry.
Shut up.
Like, you guys keep talking. Like, that's not on us. That's what we're supposed to do. We're here to talk. Quarantine Catholic says it's cool because some shows just sit and read comments. At least we get great conversation weaved in the comments. Yeah, usually me and Joe, we could definitely argue and battle pretty much all day about things that annoy us or that we disagree on.
What type of grass is better for your backyard?
And we'll do that. It causes some drama sometimes because we like to argue sometimes for the sake of arguing, which can piss some people off, but it's just kind of part of what we do.
Yeah.
Matt B says, I'm glad they take their time instead of just glossing over everyone. Yeah, it does stink that we can't get to everyone's comment a lot of times or get way in the weeds, but I like it when we find some really good one to be, oh, let's tear into this.
Yeah. But we are way behind. I get it. Yeah.
We are. I'm skipping some now. They're like, yeah, I'm agreeing. So Shane Miller says Misfit 507c ACSS is 2,500 hours with the chevron and circle, 30,000 hours with chevron only. In what mode though? I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. What's crazy though? It'd be only 30,000 with the chevron, but whatever. Oh, Joe, here you go. Archangel, we are way behind. We are way behind. He goes, Cracker Barrel catfish. We are unbelievable. I should just skip a bunch of these. Goodness great. Look, now that everybody's talking about Cracker Barrel, I'm like, man, we talked about Cracker Barrel a long time ago.
Not only are we behind, but we're behind on saying we're behind.
Oh my goodness. So
like this went back. We were behind at the Cracker Barrel conversation.
Oh my, how do we back? Oh my, okay.
That was an hour ago.
Yeah, this is a good question. Where is not Jason? That's a fantastic.
I don't know. I don't know. If y'all find him, let us know. He's incognito. I don't know.
Oh, Harry's like, Caleb, I agree. Some lives I watch, I don't even read the comments. It gets boring. Some people's comments are like super nutty. Like, I don't know. Some lives I can't watch either. I was about to message Jason and be like, where are you? But we're
with you on that. We don't like watching the show that just sit here and read comment after comment. We love y'all. We want to know your comments, but we expect you guys to read each other's comments. That's why you're here. Yeah, we talk about it, and we get we get way behind. Like I'm bringing us behind right now.
Look
But your guys' conversation in the comments brings all of us together in one place. So we appreciate it.
Look at this. Look at this. Hi, Croak. Group says in AA meeting style. He's talking about, okay, stop with the restaurant talk. I've been on keto since Christmas. Hello, I'm Croak. I'm a breadstick junkie. Oh, do not take me. I'll eat some breadsticks.
Yeah.
Okay,
or actual rolls. Breadsticks from Olive Garden or the rolls from Texas T-Bone. Or not Texas T-Bone, whatever it is. The other steak place. What's the place that you get peanuts and they took away the peanuts because of COVID?
No, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and race through some of these. So, Joe, Misfit says, anyone see the new Mossberg 940 Pro Tactical? I am not a shotgun guy. So, nope, sorry. Misfit, we love you. We just don't.
That might not be a shotgun.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if it is.
Mossberg might be getting into other stuff.
Yeah.
I have a Mossberg Maverick 88 and I almost cursed. And I bucket love that gun.
Bucket?
Bucking love that gun, that one.
My favorite libertarian says, I didn't take a picture, but now I'm wishing I did. A before picture for his mountain climbers. I definitely am noticing a difference. Maybe I'll just stick my gut out and suck it in for the before and after pics on day 31.
In our defense, we told you all to take a before picture on day one.
We did. We were like day 6. We're like, listen, if you didn't do a before picture, just do it now. You could do it day 6. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
All right. Keep it moving. I jumped a bunch. Jacob's talking about your problem is the first step, talking about breadsticks still. Javier says you should try e-filing 4 months. You should try e-filing 4 months average. Dude, we're hearing like 1 week.
You're hearing pipe dreams, dude. You're hearing
like
pipe
every
dreams.
time
if I get my Camaro before you get your suppressor, I'm gonna laugh.
Like every time someone like mentions I want to take a week off. Like, man, I heard it's like 6 weeks, and they're like, oh, and I heard about E4. I was like, oh, I heard it's like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Every time.
Like I said before, this is like car insurance. If you listen to everybody you go through 10 different car insurances and they'll have to pay you. Because everybody saves you money. Like, oh, you could save $180 every 6 months. Okay, perfect. Oh, this one could save me $180. Oh, this one could save me $100. Oh, this one could like now you gotta pay me $300 a month to have your insurance.
So I'm like putting up comments where people are swearing like, whoops. But are going to say, ish for real. I messaged Alex directly. I'll put my gear on it tomorrow. I'll let you know in Discord. I don't even know what they're talking about. Either way, y'all are great. You guys are having good conversations. Someone's talking about hearing my cat earlier. Okay, good grief.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Quarantine Catholic says, that is whack to make you wait so long. Wilder Tactical is fast. Even when they say there's a delay, their customer service. I like Wilder too. We deal with them a good bit. They're super nice people. I actually met them through Riker. So we work with Riker, and they're a good veteran company, and then they connect us up to Wilder. And I was like, man, these guys are super nice. I really like their belts too. I was really surprised. Okay, Caleb hit the nail on the head. Here you go, Joe. I think what happened with the TAC Pack is they were not ready for the amount of orders they would get from SHOT Show.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to Axel and everything else. I agree.
Not ready.
I agree, which is a good thing. Let them. They have a good product. Be patient and wait for it.
I got a comment from Misfit. I can't wait to get to. But Zachary says, I love my Tri-11, talking about Triarch again, but because of their lead times, I can't recommend them. Yeah, kind of the same. That's where I was with Axel. I'm like, dude, it's not worth it. Like whatever you're getting, there's something that's just as good for not waiting a year, or someone waiting like a year and a half. Like for a AR-15, get a custom barrel. Like you can get a Bartland, like whatever you want. Like it's not going to take them a year to make that barrel, and it's going to be like insanely accurate. Not like, oh yeah, it's pretty accurate. It'll be like, oh, it's quarter MOA, and you paid the same price for it, and you got it in a week. Yeah. All right, Joe. Oh, I love this one. Wow. Misfit says the biggest difference is just the quality control, and I love this argument. Okay, I love this because our AR-15, like people say this, they'll be like, well, it's worth it to buy this thing for $2,000 instead of the one for $1,000. even when you can, like, if I can put it together with minor issues, whatever quality control you're running into, you can just fix it yourself. It doesn't cost me $1,000 extra to just go tighten a bolt. I guess it's because we at our team, we would just tear every gun apart anyway. So we're like, well, look how well it is assembled. Like, it doesn't matter. We're gonna rip it apart. And, like, Joe's gonna take it apart in
and
2
it's like
seconds.
blemishing that they don't find, or like the fine tuning machining. Like you've seen the slide on a pistol where you take the barrel out and you can see all the machining marks on the inside, the top of the slide. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where you see all the machining marks. I don't care. It doesn't change the function of the gun.
And I'll argue
but
this.
some people do. Some people do, and I do care about that on certain stuff. Like, I keep bringing up my car, but if I get my Camaro and there is like a sand flake underneath the paint, I'm gonna be livid. So I care about it on some things.
So, and I've seen that most of the time. Every time I've gotten a car, I made them do paint correction. Like, hey, we're gonna go do let's start talking about paint correction because you're gonna have something wrong from the dealer. But I've noticed this. Listen, as the tolerances get, like, there's certain mil spec tolerances, but then people will say, like, well, it's got a lot tighter tolerances. That isn't necessarily a good thing.
No.
It can be, but it can also be like, okay, now your ranges of the ammo you can use is lower. The number of things you can use, like the compatible parts, is not. You're not going to have as many compatible parts.
Yeah. And your mission set changes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, that's the whole argument between AR and AKs, right? That's the whole argument of 1911s, that the tolerances are so tight that if you get sand in it, it will malfunction. And it'll jam.
So bad. Joe, I feel so. You wait to see this next comment. I got a comment. I always want to comment on this one. It says, the dude says, you're paying for the barrel. That's where the real difference is. Lower grips, rail stacks are all mix and match. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it's all mixed and match. Barrel is a wear item. I'm going to tell you this right now. A barrel is a wear item. Like, that is an item that you will have to replace, and you have to unscrew and remove and replace. So plan ahead. Like, if you're like, what am I going to replace this barrel with and when I shoot it out, right? Because it's a wear item. I'm going to do this one. Like, okay, well, we'll just order that now. Like, if you want to have a Bartland barrel that costs the same price as whatever super high end, then just get it. I don't know.
Yeah. And shoot the gun for 1.5 years while you wait on your barrel.
And then you don't need to shoot anymore. Joe, this is how far behind we are. Like, I don't even want to know. It says, thank you for the trigger story, Joe. This validates why I've never felt the need to purchase a different trigger. That was like an hour ago.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Terrible. I'm gonna here you go. Here's a wizard
yes,
wizard dance magic wizard truth. So listen, I love you all. I love you all so much, but goodness gracious, have I gotten behind on the comments? I am trying to jump through some of these comments.
We talk about the stuff that you guys are posting in the comments. So if we're way off the rails, I'll accept 90% of the blame, but you need to accept your 10%.
So he's saying Hop was showing a clip on how to override the Holosun 510 auto adjust while using only solar. That's because it actually has, the previous 510 had the technology of the new ones where there's actually a capacitor in there also, so it can be ran without a battery. It's bright. And he'd comment, honestly, you comment, it's bright, but it's not that bright. It was brighter on his camera. I did the same thing because I was like, how is this functioning without a battery installed? And it wasn't that bright. Oh, he's right here. Hop says, oh God. Hop says, it takes Walsh a while to read comments because he has to sound out all the words.
And I can't read, so Walsh is your only option.
It's only funnier because that was like 40 effing minutes ago. Oh my goodness. See, I can't even get angry. Like, well, whatever mean thing you said about me, it was like an hour ago. So I just have to take it like nothing I can do.
Yeah. Oh
my goodness.
That's what keeps people around. Like, they comment back to you like some snarky remark, and then they're waiting for you to read their comment. And an hour goes by.
It's like a month later, I say something funny. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't remember that. Like, I'm skipping like a bunch. Oh, just skip. Oh, are we at? No, we're close. We're close to the end.
Yay.
We can't be that far. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, we're only like 10 minutes behind.
Okay.
All right. So we have about 5 minutes left. Queso was saying how much he loves this channel, but mostly because we don't know what we're doing and we're just running by the seat of our pants. Jason normally runs the comments and things go a lot smoother when he does. And that's why everyone's like, let's have a comment about where's Jason at, because it goes a lot better.
Yeah. Can we make a comment? Can anybody make a comment about Walsh's lack of preparedness for this show? Maybe he'll be more prepared. So we went live for 10 minutes when we weren't actually live. We had mic and camera issues out the yin yang. And then today I didn't even get the invite until like literally when I clicked the link to join, it was on the countdown.
It really was. I told him, I go, give me a thumbs up when you're ready and I'll pull you in, because he had literally gotten it with like 10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing great. Listen, guys, I'm doing my best. Harry said, I submitted my paperwork with a letter to the ATF telling them how much I love them. It should help.
Yes, it will. Good job. I love that. Man, I should have done that with Chevy.
Anthony Alameda, I'm trying to do only members, but sorry, I jumped this already. Have to say, after watching your K19 plate carrier and its backpack is awesome. I'll do a hat tip over to Hop. He actually did. I didn't get to finish watching it. He did a video on the HRT rack, and there's the other one that HRT does that's like the more it's a little more like the Slickster. So he preferred that one over the rack. So I kind of want to watch that one to see why he liked that one over the other one. But he does some cool videos too. I usually steal all his stuff. It's my favorite.
Have you seen that dude that does the quick video on Instagram and stuff where like somebody creates something or does something really dumb? Like they put a little thing here so they can put their glasses like right here or whatever. Or somebody like skinned a banana with a knife or something. Like they actually skinned a banana with a knife, and he gets a banana, he just like opens it and he's like, that's how I feel with those backpacks. Like you're all like clipping the hand and using this waistband and everything, and I'm like,
take off the backpack. Okay, all right. We're getting the people are like Misfits, like new videos. Jacob's like, what's coming? What coming videos do we have coming out? Okay, guys, listen. I know you guys like listen. We know the schedule, and we're trying to keep Walsh on the schedule. All right, so we are in our last 5 minutes or so of the show. And I know, okay, so we could share a little bit. Joe, do you want to tell them about the one that you're going to be working on, or maybe sneak a little bit into it?
We'll just say that Walsh and I are going to collab and make a video together. It's going to take a while. We got to ship stuff and stuff, but it should be fun with unmentioned upper. We'll say that.
Well, I'll say the company because I think they were nice enough to send it to us. So we have an upper from Expo Arms, and we have some myths we want to dispel, kind of with that.
Or prove, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's a good question because it's one of those like I don't know the answer to some of these.
Yeah. So we're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh, quarantine Catholic already.
And then I have that durability test on the primary arm chevron reticle, the pistol red dot that I got to do. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see that ran over with a truck, then just type in yes into the comments right now, and Walsh will send it to me.
Oh my god! We just start breaking things.
I just want to run it over with a truck and then put it on my gun and be like, oh, it broke.
It didn't pass through that test. All right, so this is not. So it's super annoying to not have Jason here because it's actually his weekend. I know a lot of what he's working on though. So number one, he's got a barrel and blade video he's going to have out on Friday. And then everyone's good. Good grief. No, don't egg him on to just break all of our stuff. Like
that's it.
Send it to Joe and break it. Like, no.
Yeah, primary arms, chevron, 507c, whatever it is, in my hands. We'll do some durability testing with it.
Did you see how I Velcro one wrapped it? Because I didn't feel like unmounting the optic.
Yeah, dude, that was amazing. And the fact that you showed it, it was even more amazing. Like that proves everything.
I was like, I'm not in the mood to take this off and put it on there just to put it back on here. Like, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
Okay, so videos I'm working on. The other one for Jason, he's got another one on Sunday from Lone Wolf Tactical, where they have some of their different Amali panels. So he's going to show one that goes in your backpack, and there's another one that he's going to show later that kind of goes into your vehicle, so you can put those like Molly back panels on the back of your vehicle headrests and stuff like that to like put first aid kits or whatever else you want to put in there. You could put rifles and stuff on there too, technically.
Yeah.
It'd just be a little weird with like kids and
hatchets.
Stuff.
That's what I want on it. Yeah, I want a hatchet. Like.
So I'll let you guys know I'm working on some big ones. I've been a little bit delayed. I'm way behind. I got to work on it tomorrow. We'll answer this in a second. Wait to that at the end of the show. I'm working with OpsCore. Working with OpsCore really closely. Where I have a representative from each of their divisions, which is from the optics division, the respiratory, the communication side. And so one of the things I'm going to try and do is each month show a showcase of one of their products divisions. So this time around, I'm going to show some of their different optics because it sounded like nobody really knew much about them, but a lot of people have already done like amps and stuff. So we'll do that kind of last. So I'm going to show like the Mark 1s, the step-in visors. So I'm going to show each one of their divisions and the product individually. And then at the very last video, we'll put it all together on like their helmet setup or whatever. So you can see how the different pieces integrate in like an arc rail system or an exfil system. It gets super meticulous as to how some things work. And it's just kind of cool how OpsCores all kind of just connects in. So we'll show that. So Joe is not excited.
Sorry.
But I'm going to do, so that'll be mine next week. I'll do that optics. And I'm finally going to do another one Joe's not excited about, but I think some other people will be. I know Jacob will be. I'm going to actually do the video on our mesh-tastic devices. So I'll be talking about how to build that mesh, that SMS mesh network. Joe's like, let's do the gun. Let's run stuff over. And I'm like,
run stuff over with a truck.
Yeah.
Dude,
and I'm like,
so
like, here's some of the different like Mark 1s with the different lenses, and like there's like laser dazzle lenses. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, I got cool stuff. Don't listen to Joe. I got the cool stuff. He's just running stuff over. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it is.
So I'll answer this last question. Mike, ETA and the PVSs. I hope I get them soon. They told me it would be like 20 weeks, like 18 to 20 weeks. And that was in January. So let's hope for soon. And one more from Harry. Respiratory.
Like 8. Let's hope soon.
Yeah. Like, so respiratory, we're going to show like the solder mask. And OpsCore was even cool enough to tell me some about some things that aren't out yet, particularly with some of their filters, because a lot of the current stuff isn't actually rated for like riot. So you couldn't use it for like tear gas and things like that. But there are some things you can connect into that are actually rated for tear gas. Oh, look at it. How long after you get them till the giveaway? Like, I don't even have them yet. Like, see? Oh my!
Everybody out there is secretly like me.
Yeah, they're all like, hey, like that's the only reason he's asking. Like, he's really asking, like, when are you getting them? So that I can know when you're giving them away. I am going to give away that GBRS belt. I'll even mention it on the review. So whenever I finish that, I'm mostly not finishing that review because I don't want to get beat up. So when I finish that review, though, we'll give it away probably the Thursday following. I hate that belt, so y'all can win it. I'll just pick someone I don't like. And be like, whoever's being like the meanest to me, I'll be like, oh, okay, congratulations. You just won a crappy belt. Have a great day.
Just like the poop hat.
Like, oh, look at this. Like, I have a good belt and a bad one. Like, oh, look, you won the one I hate.
We never got a picture of, I forget who won it, but them wearing the poop hat.
I want them to. Like, you guys can't ask me for updates. And the Javlin sling is awesome. I have all these things to do. You guys should ask Joe. Like, hey, Joe, where's your update on your thing? Like, just bug him for like the next 10 comments. So and then we'll end the show.
It's easy. Welch hasn't mailed me the Chevron optic yet.
I have a box of things to send you still.
Oh yeah.
It's probably
that would be helpful. Scope mount would have been helpful a year ago.
I still have it. It's ready.
And I don't know if now that I'm like looking at your little tiny picture this big closer, you are like, I don't know, kind of choppy, and definitely it looks like I'm watching a dubbed over movie.
Oh, is it really? Oh, it's all
like
messed up.
Hi, how are you?
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm running it a little bit differently. I can fix it next time.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
Payment last words. He'll get on 30 seconds before we go live. It won't be fixed.
Hey Joe, when are you running over more stuff?
Yeah, perfect. I don't know. It depends how long UPS takes to get that optic from Walsh to me.
Joe, when are you painting your mask?
Never.
Like this. Joe should enter the GBRS belt giveaway since he likes the reverse hook. I will let him win. I will let him win that belt. I will ship it to him. Be like, oh, congrats, man!
Because entering giveaways for stuff that I need is frowned upon on this channel.
Like, yeah,
not allowed.
Oh, okay. So Caleb says he looks fine for me. It might be my connection. Let me know if I'm choppy. I look choppy on my own, but I'm running it through like a different program into this one. So yeah, let me know. Let me know in Discord too if it looked weird, if I was choppy or behind. All right. Okay, we are 5 minutes over. If anyone, if Hop's still on the channel, he's a jerk. But if he's not, everyone go on his video and tell him.
I love y'all. I just say I'm still laughing at that comment. I love y'all. Sorry.
Dude, sorry, yeah, do someone go on Hop's comment and be like, "Hey, Walsh's video is better," and say something weird. Sometimes like something about pepperoni. Just say something ridiculous. He's just like, these idiots. No, but
just
I love
go in there and start a whole conversation about something random.
I'm gonna comment on there too. I'm just gonna talk about like sandwiches or something. We should all just like. Just like everyone just like keeps it going. So yeah,
it's like everybody go in there and every single person comment one word and build an entire story on how to make a PB&J.
Do it. Okay,
be a one-word post.
You already comment. You can call me whatever you want as long as you can spell it.
I can't.
Yeah, but I say I'm the good speller. Joe's the bad speller.
How do you spell bread? Dang it.
That's it. We're gonna go on Hop's. Hop's gonna get some good comments and people are gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Like they're just talking about bread and sandwiches. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Everyone, whatever the current Hop video is, we're gonna go talk about Olive Garden in his comments. So I'll be right up. I'll start it up.
But we have to create an entire story only using one word. You can only post one word at a time.
I'll just put the word olive and then you guys know where to start.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll go from there. All right, everybody. We will see you on Hop's channel. All right, everyone. Seriously, though, thanks so much, Hop. Thanks for all the grief. I love your channel. Love the stuff you do. You're an awesome dude. Thanks for coming out. Everyone, thanks for the great comments. I can't believe we got so far behind. I love the interaction. Love the comments you're giving. Make sure to come over on Discord to keep it going. We need to get Joe on Discord, and I need to actually check those. But thank you so much, everyone. Have a great time. Look for the comment. Olive on channel. All right, everybody.